Good morning, folks. So we are moving on to activity 5 in our unit here on Hello Goodbye, and it's Passport to the World. This one's interesting. It is about converting money. So there's a lot of reasons why you convert money, but the most common one is you're buying something on the internet from the United States because you're going to pay for something in United States funds. Maybe some of you have done that already. And maybe some of you have looked and at least done some shopping, and it's important to recognize what currency things are on. If you go to Amazon.ca, everything's in Canada, and it's all good in Canadian dollars. If you go to Amazon.com, which I've got opened up here, you can see there's a little US flag here. That's kind of important. It says Amazon.com. So prices are going to be different on here. They're going to be in US dollars. If you look at something like computers and accessories, you've got to understand that this is US pricing. So you'll notice they've got some pricing here at $99.99. That's in US dollars. And then there's also a shipping charge here as well. So that's shipping it to Canada. So sometimes Amazon will do the conversion for you. Sometimes they won't. It's important that you know what currency things are being billed in. It might seem like a good deal. Like maybe you want to buy a computer or a laptop. What's something we might buy? I don't know, we could try like Beats headphones maybe, something like that. I guess they probably don't really sell those on Amazon. That's probably not a great example, but we can look at other things. So here's some wall chargers. These are useful, right? These are power bars that we use to charge our devices. So $12.99, however, that's in US dollars. So you would need to know exactly how much that would cost. The easiest thing to do is you could actually use Google and you could type in $1 to Canadian, and you'll see that it does that right away for you. One United States dollar equals $1.27 Canadian, which is pretty good right now. That's exciting because we've actually done okay. Recently, our dollar's gone a little bit stronger, but that's our conversion rate. And what you can do here is you can actually change this number. So if you want to know $12.99 in United States dollars, it will change it to $16.54, and it will do that right in Google. This is a little tool. We've used calculators like this before, and it'll show you the tracking on what the value of the Canadian US dollar versus Canadian one has been, and all of that sort of information. xe.com is another one. Now, the one thing you're going to notice is that some of these conversion sites are not quite the same. You'll already see that xe.com is just a little bit more precise. Now, Google might have used the same rate. It's kind of unclear. But if you put $12.99 in here, it will show you how much it would be in Canadian dollars. You just have to hit this little arrow. So it's important that you understand the actual cost of something that's coming in. It's also annoying to get pop-ups, but hey, xe.com is pretty good, and it shows you the actual calculation. So what's happening here is we're taking $12.99, multiplying it by 1.27303, and it's coming out to $16.5367, or 54 cents is what we'd like to round that to. So those are two ways for you to do the conversion. So our activity today, our expectations are that we are able to do this. We're able to convert from US dollars to Canadian dollars and understand that conversion rates just make things bigger or smaller. If you want to convert Canadian dollars to US dollars, you want to go the other way, which you totally can. You can just hit this arrow thing. The amount will get smaller. $10.20 US is $12.99 Canadian. Pop up again. That's annoying. Maybe you should use the Google one. But there we are. We've got our example here. So here is our US exchange rate. So this is what we're using today. If you would like to round that to 1.27 and 0.78, totally okay with me. So this is one Canadian dollar is 78 US cents, and one US dollar is $1.27 Canadian. That's good. So back to our activity. So we've got an activity here, and if you read through this activity, you'll see it's asking us to do a bit of a chart. Now, we put our conversion factor in here, and our conversion factor, 1 US dollar is $1.27, as we said. And that is on today's date if you're doing it today. You may want to check because this does change a little day to day. So when we take our US dollar price, we would go 1168 times 1.27. And that's the total price of Canadian dollars. And I'll leave that for you to figure out. I'm trying to keep these videos shorter because a few people said they were having some trouble getting through these. So it says 3 possible reasons why we would buy items in the United States. Think about that. Most of the reason is sometimes it's a little bit cheaper. More often than not, it's actually something that we can't get here in Canada. Maybe something that's hard to get or exclusive. Sometimes shoes, that kind of stuff are things that we look into. Now, we often go the other way. And I already told you the conversion factor here. It's on our website, 77 cents. We can go back. You can see that. It's right there. Sorry, 78 cents, 78 and a half cents even, 0.785. So the conversion factor here is 0.785. Whenever you're given a conversion factor, you take the number and you multiply it by that dollar. So 1 Canadian dollar is 0.785. So you're going to take the same amount and multiply it by 0.785 to get your total price in Canadian dollars. You'll notice if you read up here, it says the day this course was written, the day this material was written, the exchange rate was 0.8807. I remember a very brief period in time where the Canadian dollar was higher than the US dollar. That was back in like 2007. It was a nice time for me because I actually went to Teachers College in the United States and I was paying my tuition in US dollars. So if you would like to figure out a bonus, if you're watching this video, my tuition, I'll write this down for you. Okay, so my tuition to go to Teachers College United States was 16,000 US dollars. And I actually paid 15,750 Canadian. That's what I paid because our dollar was worth a little bit more than US dollar. It was amazing. So my question for you is how much did I save versus today? So what if I was going to Teachers College today? So how much did I save? If you can figure that out, that's an awesome bonus that'll guarantee you getting 100 or close to on this. So anyways, we've got our chart. You don't have to do the bonus, but there you go. That would be something you try to figure out. So use the current exchange rate and tell me how much my tuition would have cost me today. Getting back to our chart, we're figuring these 3 amounts out. And then it says, calculate the amount you would pay in Canadian funds for an iPod bought from a US website located in a state that has 6.7% sales tax. So 6.7%, I'll let you know right now, 6.7, that means we're going to multiply by, let's see if I draw an arrow here. That's going to be 1.067 instead of 1.13, which we did with our sales tax. And it says use a conversion factor of 1.1355. Sure, you can use that if you want. Or you can use today's amount, but you need to show me your work, okay? So these right here, these are really important. Show your work, please, if you want to get full marks. So type it out. You can type on this sheet, write it on a piece of paper and take a picture and submit that picture. That's also okay. Totally up to you. Last question is calculate what amount in Canadian funds you would need to buy $500 US. So $500 US. Use the conversion factor of, well, you know the conversion factor. So how much Canadian are you going to need to do? If you need a reminder, look back up where we wrote down the conversion factor. If you need another conversion factor and you want to get the computer to do it for you and check your work, put that $500 US into Canadian. And be careful here though, okay? Careful because you have to put $500 and you have to go US dollars to Canadian. So careful on that. So you're going to put your amount in there, 500. And I'm not going to click the enter for you because I want you to do this question on your own. Okay, so we have 3 things to do this week. It's going to be good. We're going to be done this unit. We're going to go into a holiday break. This is exciting to be done this unit. When we get back in January, we're going to have another complete unit to do, and then we are done the course. Thank you very much for all of you who are doing the work. This sheet is due tomorrow. It's always due the day after. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to post Wednesday's work. It's going to be due on Thursday. I'm going to post a shorter thing. Now, it's the holiday, so I'm going to try and get this stuff posted early this week. Okay, so you can get a head start on it. Can you work on stuff over the holiday break? Absolutely. If you want to get caught up on everything, I will probably check in every now and then, but I won't be doing a lot of marking over the holiday break. But good news, no late marks, okay, for anything over the break. I want you to take a break as well. But obviously things that are due before the break, you need to hand in before the break if you can. But you're not going to get penalized at all if you're not quite done and you don't finish it over the break. But hey, you've got 2 weeks. If you can spare a half hour here and there to get caught up, that's probably a great use of your time. Anyways, folks, I hope you're having a decent week. Maybe you're hoping for snow. Maybe you're hoping for holiday fun. And I'll talk to you later.